I see nobody, no colleague on the other side of the aisle is here, so Representative Tiffany, you're up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Moses, we had testimony from an Alaskan just a couple months ago, a native Alaskan, I believe it was, who said life expectancy since 1980 has went up 13 years as a for the tribes that the native peoples that he represents up in Alaska. Does that surprise you?
Not at all. I think not only for oil and gas development, mining development, you'll see those communities. The economic improvement in those communities lifts all standards of life, so it's not surprising at all.
And is it your understanding it's the improvement of their lifestyle that has caused this 13-year increase in life expectancy?
Absolutely.
I mean, think about that, Mr. Chairman. I was stunned. I have to say I was stunned when I heard that data, that this is a native Alaskan, that their life expectancy went up 13 years since 1980. It's incredible. Producing energy here in America can help people live a longer life, live a happier life. Mr. Seibel, do you think pipelines are important? Do you think refineries are important?
Absolutely.
Does the Southern Ute Economic Fund, do they rely on those refineries, pipelines, and other infrastructure to be able to get the product that you're producing to market?
Absolutely, it does.
What do you say to other tribes that are opposed to any production or transport of hydrocarbons, of energy?
Any other tribe? You know, as tribes, we're really coming together for that self-determination, the right to govern ourselves. And so we're all on board, whatever God has blessed us with under their reservation, our respective reservations. We encourage one another to develop your resources on your reservation. And so us Indians are getting together and we're supporting one another. And when we do that, powerful things happen. And, we're excited for that.
Thank you for that. Ms. Klein, were you involved with the voluntary settlement agreement in regards to the Rice's Whale back in July of 2023?
Thank you for the question. BOEM has taken some actions in order to try and protect the Rice's whale, which is a critically endangered species in the Gulf of Mexico, including releasing a notice to lessees to undertake some recommended measures to try and protect the whale, including slowing vessel traffic speeds, not transiting
Thank you. I have
through
a
a certain
follow-up.
area.
I have a follow-up. So they're saying that they want to protect the Rice's whale. So have you done some study on what's happening to whales on the East Coast, where some people are concerned? There's not solid proof yet, but there's great concern that there's a lot of whales that are washing up on the shores on our East Coast, and that might be because of the wind farms that are the wind facilities that are being put up. Let me pose a question. Are you studying that?
Thank you for the question. BOEM shares concerns about the unusual mortality event.
Are you studying that?
We have an environmental studies program and a Center for Marine Acoustics.
Are you studying that specifically on the East Coast?
Undertaking the potential, looking at the potential impacts of offshore wind on whales and marine mammals.
Thank you. Ms. Biven, I see you live in Vienna. And have you followed the increased use of coal in Germany?
Yes, because they retired their nuclear fleet. Yes.
Do you support nuclear?
Yes.
Okay. And have you done an analysis of the life cycle of renewables, of what we call renewables?
I have not personally carried out a life cycle of renewable. I'm more familiar with oil and gas.
Do you support, we're retiring ag land, for example, in my home state of Wisconsin, we're retiring ag land or converting it to wind and solar. Do you think that's a good public policy choice?
I think they can coexist in certain areas. It just depends on what's the best use for the area.
Do you think it's good to retire productive agricultural land?
Perhaps for the benefit of the soil. I mean, I don't know what the background for those decisions would be. It depends on a case by case.
I'm just going to close it with this, Mr. Chairman. I thought the ranking member said it very well. She said, we are seeking managed decline. And managed decline is exactly what's happening. My colleague, Mr. Graves, cited it very well. When you have Iran that is producing more oil as a result of us not producing it and turning it into bombs. You know, we have to consider foreign policy also with issues like this. And they're turning it into weaponry that is destabilizing the Middle East as we speak, funding Hamas, funding Hezbollah. We see what is happening as a result of managed decline right here in the United States of America. We're declining on the world stage. Our economic well-being is in decline, and it's directly tied to having affordable energy. When we have low energy prices in America, we have prosperity. When we have high energy prices, diesel fuel moves the world. When we have high energy prices, we have economic decline in America, and that's exactly what's happening on this administration's watch. I'll yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Tiffany.